Hi Scorpio, welcome to my channel, Baddison Intuitive Tarot. In today's reading, I'm taking a look at many areas of your life for the month of September 2025. It's a deep dive, if you will. I'm going to first begin with love and romance, and then I'm going to move into a separate spread that will be dedicated to general messages. Now, Scorpio, in the general portion of the reading, there are no restrictions. Whatever wants to come through for you comes through, whether it's career and finances, friends and family messages, personal and spiritual development, love and romance if the first spread didn't touch on all the bases, or all the above. All right, it's whatever's going on with you in September. Now, if you're only interested in romance, I'm about to begin that portion right now. But for those of you who just want to hear the general piece, there's a timestamp in the description box, or it's also called a chapter labeled general messages that will fast forward you straight to that spread so you don't have to watch the lovey-dovey stuff. All right, and I'll see you there in a moment. All right, please tap into the energy of Scorpio today, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. What's going on with Scorpio throughout September 2025 in love and romance? Who's all around them? What's their intentions with Scorpio? And how will they feel towards each other? And what is Scorpio's potential outcome and Scorpio's advice and love? Two more shuffles. 1 and 2. Let's rock this and deck for my beautiful Scorpionators. Okay, so the person heading your way with romantic interest, what are their feelings for you in September? We have the King of Cups, Scorpio energy, but also Pisces and Cancer. Now, with the King of Cups showing up in how someone's going to feel about you in September, that's telling me that there's already someone holding space for you in their heart, indicating that going into September, you may already know who this person is. But for those of you who are currently single and you're putting yourself out there in September, this could also be representing the person that you're going to meet this month, and that it's someone emotionally available, someone emotionally mature, things like that. I'll know more as I clarify, okay? But it's a good start, nonetheless. It's a good start. Their intentions with you in September, we have the Page of Pentacles. Now, the Page of Pentacles as intentions, that's the intent to build something solid but slowly, like taking their time to get to know you, taking their time to open up about themselves. It feels like someone is trying to build some sort of foundation with you, or to continue building a foundation with you. What's their behavior and actions with Scorpio this month? The Ace of Cups. Dang. For some of you Scorpios, this is new romance written all over it. But again, if you already know who this person is going into September, this looks fantastic. The Ace of Cups as behavior shows me someone being emotionally open to you. And we already touched base on that with the King of Cups in someone's feelings. This is someone who's readily available to give their heart to someone, or to maintain a place in someone's life. But they come in very careful too. This is someone that's very conservative with the emotions that they share to someone, because they want to make certain that that person's genuine with them, is right for them, could be someone that they could really grow with, because that's how the King of Cups becomes the King of Cups. Okay, they've learned how to control their emotions. They don't just overgive. They are someone that's very, how can I say this, purposeful with who they connect to. Like, they can't do just a group setting. They need one-on-one to really feel like they're connecting with you on a stronger level. And that's something Scorpios really crave. All right? That's something Scorpios really crave. You guys don't like surface level conversations. You like to really get deep into the layers of somebody. And that's this person. So let's take a look at how you're going to feel about this person in September, Scorpio. How will Scorpio feel? The Tower, Scorpio energy. Oh, man. In September, with the Tower being your feelings, you're telling me that something is going to feel very sudden. Something is going to feel like it's not stable enough for you to either be feeling safe with it, to open up to it, to embrace it, or to just, oh wow. Like, the Tower is a combination of Scorpio. Make sure you can see it, my camera. The Tower is a mixture of Scorpio and Aries. And I always like to envision boiling water when I look at the Tower card, because we got the water of Scorpio in the cauldron, and then we have the fire of Aries underneath, boiling that emotion that Scorpio brings. And together, that can create big changes. That can create transformation. That can create, you know, old patterns and old structures being ripped away to be rebuilt. Some of you, this might be someone that could heal an old wound of yours. Because remember, they're coming in emotionally grounded and emotionally mature. So this could be someone that was put on your path to allow you to have a safe space to be your emotional self. Maybe you've met people that never allowed you a safe space to say what's on your mind, say what's in your heart, blah, 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 blah. And for others, if this person hurt you in any way and made you feel like you can't just be yourself, then I really need to dive deeper into this, because I did not expect that to come through for your feelings for this person, given how they're showing up. Maybe someone's switching up with you. All right, let me just look at the blockage. What is the blockage for Scorpio this month? The Hanged Man, major for Pisces. So we have a lot of water showing up here. We have a lot of water. When the Hanged Man shows up in the blockage, it's telling me that something is not being sacrificed, or like something needs to be let go of in order to make space for something else. But someone's not doing it. Someone's not letting go of something. Whether it's letting go of old ideologies, old self-imposed limitations, old connections, old whatever the case may be. This is why I got to clarify. I'm gonna get nosy, don't worry. And just remember, I don't hold back and I don't sugarcoat, so please only take what resonates, leave what doesn't, never force it. But the Hanged Man, when I look at it in a positive position of the spread, because right now I'm reading it in a challenge position, in a positive position, it talks about letting go and letting God, seeing other perspectives, other point of views. And Pisces rules the feet. And the bottom of our feet is the only part of our body that doesn't get a full perspective on a regular daily basis. That's why you flip yourself around and you get another point of view, another point of reference. So for some of you Scorpios, someone's showing you a different perspective of your emotions, or showing you a different way to lead with your heart. Maybe some of you guys were born always being told that you were too intense, too much, too this, because you didn't know how to use the emotion that you were built with. Use that intensity to really transform your life and others in big ways. Maybe this person was supposed to be a soul activator, like activate some sort of purpose within you that maybe you were struggling to find. Oh my goodness, I hope I didn't lose you. What is Scorpio's potential outcome in love and romance for September? Justice, major for Libra. Something gets squared. Something becomes balanced. Something becomes like really clear to you, Scorpio. The Justice card talks about truth. It talks about honesty. It talks about karmic balance. What we do to others comes back to us, whether good or not so good. It also talks about something needing to be fair. It could also be, for some of you, just a side note, for those of you who have met someone while you were on the tail end of a divorce, this person may have showed you a different way to love yourself and to love others, to where you are taking good care of you first, because that's what the King of Cups usually does. But I don't feel like that's going to be a lot of you. I think that's going to be 0.0001% of you. What's Scorpio's advice this month? The Page of Wands. Feel that inner child. In September, try not to put too much pressure on yourself to fix everything, to understand everything, to take care of everything that needs to be taken care of. You guys are very transformative people. You like to get the job done. It's like you just like to just go right in and then come back out done. But in this situation, they're wanting you to feed that inner child of yours, especially if you start to feel overwhelmed with something. Dang, who is this person to you? What's the overall energy for Scorpio this month? The Two of Swords. Some of you Scorpios are dealing with indecisiveness, and you're having trouble seeing the path up in front of you clearly, and there might be something going on here where you may feel like you are your own obstacle. Think of the Tower as our own personal blockage. You know, say we're going to 123 Main Street and we get in our head, we start to second guess ourselves, we create our own blockage right in that path, telling us, nope, turn back around, Scorpio. The King of Wands, Leo energy. Seven of Wands, Leo energy. Nine of Cups, Pisces energy. For a lot of you Scorpios, Leo season probably activated something major in you. Whether it activated your confidence, whether it activated your ability to go after what you want regardless of fear, being like, you know what, screw this. If I fall, I fall. But if I don't, I don't. There's a 50% chance I'm going to make it to the other side, so I might as well just go. This does not just feel like a love reading. This feels like a friggin' soul activation reading. This feels like a Scorpio that's, working through childhood trauma. This feels like a Scorpio that's learning how to love again or love themselves. All right, I need to break it down. All right. It's always multi-layered when I read for Scorpios. I welcome it. I like that. All right, let's start with this person's feelings for you in September. We have the King of Cups. Please clarify the King of Cups for how this person, whoever they are, will feel about Scorpio in September 2025, please. Oh, do you like my birthday gift? I got it in August, and it took forever to do, a lot of gluing, but yeah, look at that. Look at that, that's so cool. I wanted it for my table. Anywho, back to the reading. Why the King of Cups? The Nine of Cups and the Four of Wands landed in a way that I feel like I need to honor the upright and the reverse. Can you even see it? Hold on for a second. Make sure you can see the whole table. There we go. All right. So we got the nine. Hello, Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups, and we're clarifying the King of Cups. For those of you who are already in relationships with this person, there could have been some trouble recently. But it feels like you guys are finding your way back to peace again. Some of you guys could be dealing with a fellow Scorpio. Because I've got a lot of Scorpio energy coming through here, but I also have a lot of Leo, Pisces. Whoever this person is to you, Scorpio, in September, this is someone that feels like you are just this nurturing individual, this kind-hearted person, someone that has so much love to give, but maybe you didn't really stop to give it to yourself enough to enjoy what everyone else was enjoying. And I get this for you a lot, Scorpio. Some of you guys could be very, very sensitive to energy. Even at a young age, you could just walk in a room and just feel when there was an argument, or feel when someone was giggling about something, even if no one's making any expression. You guys are very attuned. And some of you guys may have needed to learn how to use that for your advantage and not your disadvantage. When you're born with all that sensitivity and combined with that emotional intensity of being a Scorpio, it could come in as nervous energy. It can come in as nervous energy where people might think, whoa, Scorpio, you're way too high energy, you're too anxious, you're too this, and you've worked with it. Something about this person feels like this person is, I don't know, I'm not getting anything negative off of this person with you. That Four of Wands landing the way that it did could tell me that in September there's like a back and forthness of, are we stable together or are we not working? Where's this relationship going, Scorpio? They might say to you or say to themselves, okay? So let me clarify your feelings. And as I'm looking at your feelings, I see the Five of Wands, which shows me a cauldron with boiling water. Did I not make that connection earlier? Now, I was still clarifying this person's feelings, and I wasn't ready to clarify this because I'm going to shuffle and see if it comes back out. But I start with your person's feelings, and then I always move into your feelings right after, okay? So I'm going to shuffle it and see if it comes back out, but the imagery is what I'm focusing on. Maybe some of you Scorpios care about this person, but maybe there was like the echoes of outsiders. Like people telling you, Scorpio, that person's not good for you, when they don't even know this person. Or maybe someone else was trying to get your attention and pull you away from this person. Jealousy could be a factor. There could have been an ex involved for somebody, or a third party for some. But I'm not going to go there because I'm not seeing strong evidence of a third party aside from some people that think they know you or know the situation but don't. All right, so let's clarify, because this person's coming in with a whole lot of emotions for you. For some of you, you may have met during Cancer season with that cute little crab being there. Or from Cancer season up until now, there has been some serious work being done on people on an individual level. Clarify that Tower. Towers come in to rip old foundations, old structures. You may be doing this to prepare for your solar return, Scorpio. Okay. Why the Tower for how Scorpio is feeling? The Page of Wands, Page of Wands, Four of Swords in reverse, Ace of Swords in reverse. Going into September, Scorpio, you may feel like you're lacking clarity in some regard, whether lacking clarity within yourself, where you're not trusting yourself, you're not trusting your decisions, or you're having trouble trusting what other people tell you because of your past experiences with not so honest people. Okay? The Four of Swords comes in when we need to take a break, when we need to take a time out, when we're stressing too much, we're overanalyzing too much, we're over-rationalizing things too much to the point where we just get so restless and stressed out. If you look at the Four of Swords in the traditional tarot, you'll see a person laying on a flat bed and three swords hovering over it, indicating pain, separation, heartache had just happened to someone. And then you'll see the Ace of Swords resting underneath that flat bed. Ace of Swords. That's the clarity that someone gets after true rest and healing. But it came out in reverse. And guess what? It also came out with the Page of Wands, which is in your advice position, indicating that they want you to feed your inner child this month, do things that make Scorpio happy, go to your favorite hobby shop, go hang out with your friends, go to the gym, do something artistic that will get you out of overthinking and just feeling good. And then that's what's going to lead to your clarity about your love life. Because something about your love life is just too overwhelming and confusing for you, where you're like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. I don't know if I should go towards this person. I don't know if I should go away from this person. I don't know if I could just focus on myself. Maybe I just need to just be by myself. Maybe I need a break. It's like you've got all this going on in your head. No wonders you've got the Tower as your feelings. Because I feel like I have a Scorpio that's like, should I stay? Should I go? Should I even give this any more tries? Should I just say to heck with my love life? Should I just say, you know what, peace out? People don't deserve me anyway. That sort of thing. Clarify this person's intentions with Scorpio. Why the Page of Pentacles, the Magician? Ace of Pentacles. That's cool. Ace of Pentacles is one of my favorites. So for the Scorpios who are currently single right now and you're watching this to see who's out there for you, they're letting you know that the more you work on you, and don't worry about anybody else, just work on your happiness, you've got a fantastic, emotionally stable individual heading towards you that will be a nice addition to an already beautiful, emotionally stable life that you're already creating. For those of you who already know who this person is and you like what you're seeing, they love you, I feel like this person is generally offering you something stable, but they're going to want you to want it and not feel like you have to nervously accept it. And a side note for the Scorpios that are already married or in a long-term relationship and you guys are repairing your relationship, this person generally wants to make things work with you, okay? Someone's trying to take advantage of all the tools that they have available to them to really make something magic with that Magician. Your person in this reading today is like, I've got the tools to make this happen. I'm going to do the best that I can with my tools. Whether one of their tools is gift of charisma or the gift of stability, gift of healing, gift of knowing when you're sad and how to support you and comfort you. This person's got tools that are necessary for them to survive this lifetime and to also apply them to their relationships with people. So, let's clarify this Hanged Man. Because the Hanged Man could be something about having trouble letting something go. It's like, all right, we got to move on from this. The Two of Swords, which is your overall energy, Scorpio. There's something you're having trouble, seeing the truth to. You're having trouble really making a decisive decision about something. The Two of Swords can come in as, all right, I'm going to do this. Today's the day I'm going to make this decision. And then that day comes along and it's like, oh, maybe next Saturday. Maybe next Saturday. Maybe I can do this Sunday. I don't know. It's that energy where you're just stuck up in the air in suspension, where your love life is completely paused. But I feel like it's bigger than your love life. Something feels bigger. But it kind of works in tandem with each other. When you are a water sign, everything you pour yourself into connects with your heart chakra. And if you love your job, it connects to your heart chakra. If you love your friends, it connects with your heart chakra. If you love your hobbies, it connects with your heart chakra. If you love this person, it connects. So it all connects somehow. So when one area is falling short, it starts to bleed into everything else. Yeah, I'm strongly getting a Scorpio that would benefit from doing some sort of artistic work. That in itself will open up the portal for your ancestors, your higher self, your spirit team to feed you all the information you need. I'm getting a very artistic Scorpio. I'm getting a Scorpio that does really well with physical stuff too. Like if you have strong fire placements, you might do well going to like a spin class, going rock climbing, running through the woods, safely of course. Some you would really benefit from painting. I see that big paintbrush right there, music, or even just like dancing. That will just shake all that energy out, that anxiety, and kind of sort through that boiling water, calm it down. Clarify the Ace of Cups for this person's behavior towards Scorpio this month. The Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups and the Sun. Holy cannoli. Knight of Pentacles is right underneath that. The Fool. You got someone that is smitten by you or re-falling in love with you. This is someone that you've been with for a while and you guys are repairing something. Take it however it resonates, Scorpio. But the Ace of Cups is talking about anew. The Sun is coming in with its life force energy, bringing in peace and harmony and good times to a relationship. Clarify that Justice card. Knight of Swords, the Star, and then I see the Three of Cups. Look at that. The Star is connected to Aquarius, and isn't Aquarius's mantra, I know? So if you look at the Justice card, it shows me that Ace of Swords, which is the Ace of Swords that was in the reverse over here because you were in the Four of Swords in reverse over here. So this is you picking up that sword and being like, aha, now I know what I need to do. I have clarity. I now know. And it brings in a lot of happiness for you, a room for celebration and socializing, feeling like yourself again. But I'm also getting that whatever this is opens up another door to something else. And it feels like this is a segue to your general reading, where this could be implying that what's going on in your love life may positively influence your business, your career, and your other relationships with people. One door led to a bunch of possible doors. So let's clarify your advice. And I'll get your person's hidden message for those of you who are in limited communication. I got some new oracles I want to use as well. And then we'll move into, holy crap, make sure my microphone is on. I did a reading for you guys already yesterday, but I didn't realize that my microphone's off, so I had to delete it. It was such a good reading too. Why the Page of Wands? Temperance. And the Fool in reverse. Your advice is to not take any risks if you're feeling anxious about it. If you're feeling like your nervous system is all, they want you to work on calming yourself. Being at a place of, just stillness where you just feel like anything could go good at that moment. All right. So some of you Scorpios, you've got a lot of restless energy and it's coming off as like really intense, but not in the best way. And they're wanting you to channel it in the best way. Okay. You've got a lot of plans for yourself. Clarify that Two of Swords. So clarifying the Two of Swords, I see the Two of Cups and the Three of Swords. That could be you having indecision on whether you want to leave someone alone and not focus on love and focus on yourself for a bit. Some of you may be in between a third party and you're trying to figure out, where do I stay? Where do I go? And for others, I do feel like if you're already in a relationship, perhaps marriage, and you and your partner still want to work things out, this could be a really beautiful new beginning for the two of you, being on the same page. All right, so a lot to unpack here. I feel like this is more than just a love reading. The stress from this is draining me. For some of you Scorpios, your love life has just been draining you. Whether it's because you're not sure if you should just focus on yourself, or give love a try, or there's a specific person you feel like it just keeps on going up and down. Space. I need more time to think. Yeah. If you're indecisive, that means there's so much pressure around you to make a decision. Soul contract. The lessons I learned from us will never be forgotten. I think I got that for Virgo. I could be mistaken. Don't quote me on that. You're my drug. Craving, highs and crashes, emotional addiction. For some, there could have been a third party where you may have been very addicted to the energy of another, and that led to some sort of crash out. And now you're just trying to figure out how to overcome that and settle back into yourself again. For others, it almost costed you a connection that was more like supportive over you. What else? Let's pull from these ones. Hearing your name still makes my heart race. For some of you Scorpios, if you walked away from someone, just hearing your voice makes them happy. Some of you guys have some very soothing voices. You know, even if you come in intense, your voice is still, it tracks in a very soothing way where people can feel the emotions that you're feeling, the way that you express yourself, your inflection, your pitch, everything. Your cadence. I don't know if I'm saying that word right. I don't usually say that word, but it popped up, so I said it. For zodiac signs that came through this reading, Scorpio, I have Sagittarius, I have Aries, I have Aquarius, I have Leo, Gemini, Virgo, Scorpio energy, Pisces. It could be any zodiac sign though. If you're only staying for the love portion, please rock that like and subscribe button for your girl. And if you would like to book a private reading with me, Scorpio, you'll find the link to my website in the description box below of every video that I publish on YouTube, BaddisonIntuitiveTarot.com. 2D is not one for Baddison, and I just now reintroduced expedited services on my website. I used to do it a couple years ago, but I got overwhelmed. There was just too many being booked, and now I've limited it, so it's low stock in order to protect my sanity. The website doesn't give you an option to select the earliest date, so just select the earliest available on my calendar, and I will manually modify it to reflect the expedited time frame, which is 72 hours. All right. I still feel your energy around me. I never believed in these things before. I do now, excluding holidays, of course. Would I be rejected if I contacted you? Do you still want me? Come on. I worry that you moved on and this is all in my head. Is it? Do you still think about me? No one ever loved me again the way that you did. I never appreciated you until you were gone. All right, Scorpionators, on to your general reading. There is a timestamp in the description box, so you don't have to watch me clean up. Because I used like every deck on this table, so it's going to take me a minute. Doobie, 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 doobie. All right, Scorpio, general messages for September 2025. Oh, wow, that was pretty fast. All right, what deck do I want to use for their general reading? What deck do I want to use? I'll use this one. Hi Scorpio, welcome to your general reading for September 2025. I'm going to pull a 12-card spread, see what comes through, and go from there. Please dive into the energy of Scorpio today, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. What's going on in their life for September 2025? And I do apologize for the delay in your reading. I have been so behind schedule. I've had a lot of things going on behind the scenes. Good things, but a lot. 2 more shuffles for Scorpio. 1, 2. Let's rock this and deck for my beautiful Scorpionators. All right. Coming in, we have the 4 of Wands. Beautiful. Influencing that, we have the Ace of Wands. Nice. Next, we have the 8 of Wands. You seem to be getting this card a lot lately. I feel like I've been getting this for you since Cancer season. The Sun. Scorpio, you're just showing off now. Look at all this fire. What happened in Leo season? You planted some sort of seed in Leo season, and September is like, all right, let's get this going. We have the Queen of Swords. Queen of Pentacles. Someone's money is improving greatly. Yep, 10 of Pentacles. Some of you guys are landing a really stable opportunity that's going to bring a lot of wealth to your family. Some of you guys may work from home. Some of you, there's a celebration in September, whether a graduation, whether a wedding, whether a baby shower, or just a nice cookout with some friends. And there's some good news being shared. Queen of Cups. Your advice is the 7 of Cups. Your blockage in September, the Magician, major for Gemini and Virgo. Some of you guys may be manifesting generators by human design, and you may not even know how to use that energy to work in your favor. Your theme, 5 of Wands. There's that boiling water again for those who watched that first half of the reading. Like I said in that first half of the reading, your love life or your emotional state also reflects other aspects of your life. It can trickle in. So if you're fighting with a family member, it's going to trickle into other areas of your life. If you're fighting with a lover, you get the gist. What's the overall energy for Scorpio this month? The Emperor, Aries energy. This month is a month for you to gain power and control over something, Scorpio, or everything around you, not just one area. Okay, and remember how I said I felt like this could have been started in Cancer season? Cancer rules over the 4th house. And the Emperor is the number 4. The first card out is the 4 of Wands. So the 4th house is coming in significant for you in September. Look at what sits in your 4th house, Scorpio. And I'm also getting a lot of Scorpio risings watching this. That might have Virgo placements, may have Leo placements, whether a Virgo sun, Leo sun. Someone's got strong Gemini here as well as Aries. But look at that. Influencing the Emperor, we have the 6 of Wands. There's something that you're meant to be doing, and it's going to get you a lot of recognition for you, Scorpio. It's going to get you a lot of recognition. With your theme being the 5 of Wands, there's people that might challenge this to like help you find your internal power. Because the 6 of Wands is rising above that issue. Like if you're meant to be like the best nurse at your hospital, but you've got some jealous nurses that are like, you know, getting in your way, getting in your head, making you second guess yourself, this is you rising above that. Ooh, 3, 3, 3, 3. That was 4 3s. Right when I said this, some of you guys could be life path number 3s, master life path number 33s, but anywho. But that's Jupiter influence, Jupiter and Leo. Jupiter governs growth, success, and expansion. It might also talk about where you have a guardian angel placement in your natal chart. But with that Emperor being here, I'm feeling like I'm reading for a Scorpio that needs to remember who the F they are, and that you are someone that is powerful, and to use that intensity you were born with to lead. All right, whether this is leading your family, whether this is leading a business, whether this is leading just your personal life, you're meant to have full control over that. Okay? Some of you guys just may be doing something the hard way. You might be going, you know, the back roads when you're supposed to be taking the shortcuts, the toll road. And it's possibly because of things getting in the way. All right, I need to break this down a little bit more. But with that Ace of Wands being here, right before the Eight of Wands, you've got some sort of passionate new opportunity being presented to you, Scorpio, but you have to take action towards it. And it looks like you are, because look what happens right after you agree to that Ace of Wands. Imagine Spirit just puts this Ace of Wands right in front of you, and they're like, hey, Scorpio, this is your opportunity. You can miss it if you want, or you can take action towards it. And you're like, whoa, this opportunity looks great. The Eight of Wands is acknowledging that you accepted it. You're like, challenge accepted. And then it starts to move with you. When you're in alignment with something, you don't have to force anything. When you're in alignment with something, it just moves with you, okay? The problem is sometimes we want to get places quicker or take other people's routes, and it gets us lost. I feel like I got that for you in your last August reading. That some of you guys were wanting to get to a place of success, but maybe you were taking a path that someone else took to get to that success, but that path was not designed for you. Something else was. And now you're realizing that, and you're like, holy crap. It could have been easier all along. Because with your blockage being the Magician, you were born with a lot of skills, Scorpio. Whether this is the skill of public speaking, whether this was a skill of charisma, whether this is a skill, a skill of getting people to understand where you're coming from so that they follow you. You've got some sort of gift. You're being influenced by Mercury. Mercury is that planet that governs our thoughts being conveyed into words that are digestible. People understand what you say more than what they hear other people say. Like someone could say something and people wouldn't understand it, but you can say the exact same conversation or the same sentence, and people will be like, oh, I understand it now. Because your way of delivery. Okay? But it's in the blockage indicating that there's some insecurity that may be holding you back from harnessing your powers. Whether your childhood, you were feeling unseen, unheard, or just getting attention, speaking up got you, treated badly. Some of you guys are finding your power. Okay, all right, I see you, Scorpio, I see you. You've got a lot of success here. Some of you guys may be entering healthy relationships in September. For those of you who are already married or in a relationship, your relationship is really growing and improving if you guys went through any setbacks. Your money improving. Clarify that Four of Wands with the Ace of Wands, please. Some of you, if you're single watching this right now, if you're being invited to like a wedding or a cookout or a get-together at someone's home or at an event, you might hit it off with someone. You might meet someone and be like, dang, you fine. And that person's like, you are fine too. Clarify that Four of Wands, Ace of Wands. Six of Wands, Jupiter and Leo. That's you getting a lot of success and recognition for something, or getting a lot of attention from other people. People feeling very captivated by you. Just there's something about the way you carry yourself, Scorpio, that attracts a lot of attention. Even if you're just standing there. It's not just about presence. It's about your aura. It's about, there's something magnetic about you. There's something mystical about you. There's something, ethereal about you. Some of you guys may have one of those ethereal beauties. Ethereal, I can't get the word out right. How can I explain it? Like, you may not be, how can I explain it? It's like you got this ethereal look about you. And I'm talking to all genders. Ten of Cups, the Hermit, the Knight of Cups, the Lover's card. Oh man, there's a lot of love around you, but not just in romance. It feels like you got a lot of love and support around you, connecting to family and friends, your colleagues, or the people you work with, network with. It's like you make the day a lot better. Have you ever had one of those work friends that if they call in sick that day at work, your day just blows? The day's dragging. But when your work bestie or your work whatever person is there, it just makes the day great. You're that person to people. You're that work bestie. You're that work wife, that work husband that someone needs on a regular basis to get through the day. And some of you may have been treated in a way that made you not see that because someone else was intimidated by that. The way that you carry yourself, that butterfly, social butterfly spirit. Clarify that Five of Wands, the Devil. You ignite a lot of jealousy, Scorpio. And it's because you're transformative. That intensity intimidates people. So a lot of you Scorpios, you may have been bullied as a kid just by existing, because you might mirror back at people what they don't like about themselves. So they make you feel bad about things that you are, so that way you stop. Like if you've got a great laugh, someone may have said, "Ooh, your laugh is annoying," which made you not want to ever laugh again, even though that was actually something that was positive about you, but someone negative got in your head, made you think it was a negative, and now you don't do it. Clarify that 5 of Wands. 9 of Cups. Whatever insecurity this is that's boiling underneath the surface needs to be healed, so that way you can reach your 9th cup, which is emotional independence, emotional fulfillment. Page of Swords. This is you gaining the insight, the details you need, getting that clarity to move on from something stressful. 6 of Swords. Building your own bridge to walk over a very dangerous part of your life, perhaps. Mentally dangerous. Like you may be dealing with a lot of stress from other people. Clarify that Sun with that Queen of Swords. This is you gaining a lot of clarity. You holding that sword in your hand like, yes, I know the truth. The Star and the Death card. And remember how, for those of you who watched that first portion of the reading, the outcome had the Justice card, the Star with the Knight of Swords. Same thing. I'm clarifying the Queen of Swords, and I got the Death card with the Star and the 9 of Swords right here with the 10 of Pentacles. Some of you guys are understanding the assignment, and you're allowing things to alchemize. You're allowing things to be purged that is no longer necessary for you to collect the energy that is necessary for you to start living your best life. Some of you guys came in with a generational curse. Not like a curse or a spell or anything like that. What I'm talking about is you may be from a long lineage of people that were, you know, silenced because they were the truth talker. They didn't sugarcoat. You know, they were just themselves. They were being authentic. And you might be the first in your family lineage to break out of that. And it's allowing you to become successful. Because when we're in our authentic truth, the path just opens up to us and starts to clear doors that were locked before. Clarify that Queen of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. The Queen of Wands. Some of you guys have some strong Leo in your chart. I got the Queen of Wands and I got the Sun confirming that. For others, Leo season was a really good activator for something going on with you that improved your confidence, improved your self-worth, got you out of your head about something. Clarify that 7 of Cups, the 5 of Pentacles and the Fool, and the 8 of Cups. Yeah, this is you ditching doors that never invited you in the first place, and only walking through doors that are like, come on, Scorpio, you're more than welcomed. Come on. And you're going towards it. If you've got to, like, you know, I don't know, it's hard to explain. Some of you Scorpios are worrying about the wrong things right now, and it's holding you back. And some of you Scorpios may be holding on to an old story from years ago that may be holding you back from having a really good experience with someone. Whether this is a friend or a family member or a lover, like you could have had years of good experiences with someone, and then in the 6th year of that friendship or that dynamic, something bad happened, but then every year after that has been good. Being stuck on what happened in that 6th year is totally overshadowing everything that's happened good beyond that. And it's holding someone here back, whether someone is doing that to you or you're doing that to someone else. Someone needs to let something go so that they can really benefit from what life could bring somebody, okay? Because I am getting that there could be someone in your life who will benefit you, or you'll benefit by letting something go. If there has been proof that someone has worked on themselves and you worked on yourself to make things better moving forward. If we keep on going back to 2009, 2005, it's never going to go anywhere. And some just need to be, you know, removed. It's like, all right, if we're doing good, but I keep on remembering what happened 8 years ago, then we might as well just nip it in the bud. Accept imperfection. Perfection doesn't exist. Embrace your flaws and those of others. They are the key to growth. Ooh, 4444, right when I pulled this card up. And we were talking about 4s earlier. Some of you may be in your personal year number 4. Stop carrying what isn't yours. You've taken on emotions, guilt, and weight that were never yours. Give it back. Be free. Clear entangled karma. Every relationship holds lessons. Break free from karmic ties that no longer serve your growth. Yeah, if there's someone in your life that no matter how good you guys are together right now, if something from the past just keeps on like fueling someone with anger and hate, let it go. Let it go. That might be your higher self's way of saying, we don't need that person in our life anymore. Stop holding on to it because of memories, things like that. All right. So, wow, this is a long reading. I hope it helped. Please only take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Never give you power-weighted tarot cards. You're always in full control of your choices. Please rock that like and subscribe button if you would like to. And if you want to book a private reading, the link to my website is in the description box below of every video that I do, BaddisonIntuitiveTarot.com. That's 2 Ds, not 1 for Baddison. I just reintroduced expedited readings. They are limited. All right, I put a limit on it, but it's there if you need it. Just know that the website doesn't give you a chance to book the expedited date. So just click on the earliest date available and I will personally modify it to reflect the expedited window, excluding holidays. What else? Every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I go live with the All Signs Their Feelings for You read. I will link in the description box below this video the most recent All Signs reading I did. You click on it and then you go to the Scorpio timestamp. Boom, another love read. All right, love you. Namaste.